Hey, yo, dog, you look so good, man. Melanin popping.
Cool, okay, cool. Are you guys ready?
Yeah. Reviews on tab. Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's me, Anarchadium, and welcome to Reviews on Tab. I know we've been gone for a while. A lot's been happening, but yeah, now we're back again. And I'm gonna start this with the movie. It came out a while back, but I think it's still relevant. So we're gonna start with The Nun. The Nun is a cool movie. It's a cool popcorn movie, but I have a big issue against possession horrors, especially in this climate of these creative horrors coming out. I mean, you're gonna bring out a movie about possession in a time where movies like Hereditary, Get Out are coming out, you know, like possession movies should come out like once every 10 years because they're so limiting and they're so predictable, you know what I mean? Like there's only a certain number of times you can turn crosses upside down, is what I'm saying, you know, like it just doesn't, at some point I know exactly what's gonna go down, you know, there's a shot and then there's a cross and the cross does this and you're like, okay, cool, I get it, you know. So it's a very limiting genre, this demon possession horrors, you know. But the movie is basically about the origin of the nun from The Conjuring. I'm assuming she got like a good reception, so they literally made a whole movie about her, like an origin story. It was a bit underwhelming for me personally because in the trailer, the way the trailer came out, when it showed Sister Irene, I assumed she was the nun. And the movie was about her getting possessed and becoming the nun, you know, like a pure nun with good intentions, being part of a certain church, and then certain evil forces turn her into this evil spirit, this eternal evil demonic spirit. So when they were explaining the origin of the demonic spirit, it was very fast-tracked and it really was underwhelming. So the story was that during the medieval times, a sorcerer basically conjured up spirits from hell. As they're all about to come out, these crusaders came and used the blood of Jesus to kind of close up the hole. The hole had cracks in it and a few spirits escaped from hell, basically. So it was a very corny story, but the thing is that the way they literally blew past the origin of the demonic spirit was too quick, and I felt like the whole movie had to be about how she came about, but they spent like 30 seconds explaining how that spirit came to earth. It's almost like everyone is aware that the spirit exists in the village, but nobody can actually challenge it. So this nun goes in there to try to challenge the spirit, and then she gets used as a host by this demonic spirit and becomes the nun. That's basically her origin story. It's extremely underwhelming. The movie is basically about trying to make sure the nun doesn't escape the church. That's literally what the movie is about. And the origin part of the movie is very little, and the movie just becomes more about we need to stop her from leaving the church, because once the nun has a host that can leave the church, the spirit gets spread all over the world. That's basically what this movie is about. One thing I didn't enjoy about this movie is that I had already watched The Conjuring, and The Conjuring is a sequel to The Nun, so I already know she's gonna leave the church. I already know that she's gonna end up out of the church. So from jump, I already knew that this evil spirit is gonna make it out of the church. I guess the question is to how. The question becomes about more how than if. It's not an if, it's a how thing, because if you watch The Conjuring, you know she's already out of the church. The jump scares were actually scary, but they were predictable. If you watch a lot of movies, jump scares are extremely predictable.
No.
Damn it. The main cast of the film is by an actress by the name of Teresa Farmiga. I hope I said that right. She plays Sister Irene, so she's basically like out of the nun school, there's always the special nun who gets chosen, and the character in the movie hadn't finished nun school. She hadn't been confirmed a nun yet, but she was chosen to participate in this trip because apparently she had some sort of experience with stuff like this. And then she gets led by a man who is a professional exorcist, a Mexican priest who works for like the church, the Vatican, who gets like assigned. They say there's something happening. It's almost like the same way police assign crimes to certain people. They actually do that with priests. They're like, okay, you need to go there. There has been some evil spirit. You need to go and sort that out. And he goes there and he tries to figure out what the issue is and how he can solve that issue. And he goes with this character. And in that village, they meet a Frenchman, just like a typical French farm boy who has like a very charming, obviously attracted to the nun, but also plays like a very important hero for the whole situation, because he understands the village, he understands the people. He doesn't really believe in the church, and then through this whole experience he realizes that, oh, this stuff is real, you know. So the three very typical characters in movies like this per se. I think what the movie was trying to, I think the movie was aware that they were using typical horror traits, so they kind of magnified them. Like the jump scares are very magnified. It's the type of movie that you go when you're on a date. This is a date movie, but it's very predictable. So if you're gonna make a prequel about a movie about a nun, just make sure that the story fits what has already happened, because if this story is about the nun not escaping, then it's silly, because we've all watched The Conjuring. We all know how the movie's gonna end, and it just gives you more work, because you have to be more creative about how this nun will escape, because you already know that's gonna happen. And coming to that, the way the nun escaped was very underwhelming. It was rushed. It just felt like they were trying to just wrap the movie up. Everybody's leaving the house and everyone thinks everything has been solved. You know, the camera pans down to the horse, and then all of a sudden a reveal is made, or like a light flashes to show that, oh yeah, I'm not finished yet, or whatever, which I saw coming. But I was just excited to see how are they going to make it more creative. How is it going to escape? And that's what I was excited about, and the result of it was quite underwhelming. So yeah, man, like, I think The Nun for me is not that great of a movie, just on a critical perspective, but just as a film, just to chill with your friends and watch, it's a dope movie. It's a scary. There are parts where you're gonna jump. Even the jump scares I knew were coming scared me. So it's dope to watch, but just when you critically analyze the movie, it's not really that great. There's a lot of holes in it, and it felt like certain parts weren't taken care of properly than other parts. But yeah, that's just me. So if you've watched it, just let me know what you think of it. Give me your opinion of The Nun. Subscribe. And yeah, I'll be dropping a lot more now. The Reviews on Tap is back, the same way Microwave Boys is back. And yeah, thanks for watching.